Okay, once again, we're live from Old Town Quilt Shop in Orchid, California, and we'll wait for a few people to get on, but while we do, we'll show you what classes are coming up, and they all currently have openings, so there's room for you to join us. Remember, we have opened our classroom for 20 people. Well, I guess the classes actually have 19 because the instructor is one person. But we're open and ready to have you come and do a class. This weekend we had our first in-person retreat since we had to close down, and it was a lot of fun. We got to see lots of people and see different projects, and we did a sew-along. It was a lot of fun. I think everybody had a good time. I know I had a good time. Okay, so we have people on? A few? A few people. Okay, well, we did get fabric in this week. I did hear that ship in the Suez Canal that was stuck was finally, I guess they reached an agreement and they have finally released that ship. So, so anyway, as we know, the whole supply chain, forget the Suez Canal, but beyond that, the whole supply chain has been crazy and still is. So Christmas is trickling in. Normally we have it all by now, but some of it's not even going to come until August. So we are trickling in with our Christmas, but we are also getting some other things that were expected a long time ago, but we're getting them. So let's get started. So from RJR Fabrics, we have these bright, beautiful fabrics called Playa. It's a Ginny Buyer line, and this one is called Red, and these are called, it's called Palm, and then one is Drum. Dunes, I'm sorry. I knew it was a D. Okay, I'm just renaming them. Okay, so this one is Palm, and this is, they call it Red, but it's really a bright fuchsia color. So pretty flowers or leaves in there. And this is the Dune one, so it's more of a purple. I don't know how it's showing up on the camera. And then we have another Palm one that's greens and teals and a little yellow, very pretty. And then the blue with some green in it. So this is what we have in yardage. They're really pretty bright colors.
They're showing more vivid than they actually are.
Okay, and they're $12.85 a yard. And to go along with that, we also got the 2.5-inch strips. So we have those in all the colors that are in that line, as well as the fat quarters. So we have a fat quarter stack. So we have fat quarter stacks and 2.5-inch strips, and then the bolts to go along with that. So beautiful, bright, summery looking quilt. It would be fabulous. Okay, and then a while back we got these 2.5-inch strips from Moda, from a line called Illustrations, and we had gotten a couple of bolts to go along with it, and those have now arrived. So they're black and white, so they're the negative and positive of the same design. So the flowers on the white and the flowers on the black. So those are from Moda, and they're $13.15 a yard, and they go along with, well, they would go along really with any black and white, but we also have the 2.5-inch strips that go along with those. So there's that. And then Dance in Paris, also from Moda. This is a Zen Chic line, and these are the two bolts that we got. This is, a spotted, and the Dance in Paris. And earlier we had gotten the charms, the 5-inch squares. So we do, and this does coordinate somewhat with some of the earlier lines of Zen Chic. So we do have some of those, and of course we have quite a few of the spotted.
But this is metallic.
But this does have a little metallic in it. But there's nothing wrong with mixing the metallic and the non-metallic. Okay, so So from Moda we got, it's called Dance in Paris, from the design studio, whatever known as Zen Chic. Then we got a few little oddballs, I guess. We got from Robert Kaufman, Celebrate Seuss. So that, you know, if you know us, you know we certainly can't resist a dot. And this is just a fun dot because the dots aren't even, you know, even. They're more like they stamped them on there, and they're not perfect little dots. And of course they're scattered, so it just makes it easier to work with. So, you know, with any kids thing or any fun thing you want to do, who can go wrong with these? Red with white dots. And then we got a background fabric called Cherry Blossom. Cheery Blossom. Oh, I even wrote it wrong.
You wrote it wrong and I fixed it.
Okay, well, I'm just renaming them left and right here. Ask me to name your fabric for you. So Cheery Blossom, and it's a white flower on a cream colored background. So it's just a fabulous background, or you know, to use in any neutral quilt that you're doing. So Cherry Blossom, I kind of like cherry better. And then this is a reorder of, it's called Whisper Prints from Kaufman, and it's a white with you know, gray dots that kind of form a spirograph. It almost looks like, if you remember spirographs. Anyway, this has worked so well in so many quilts as a background because it's got a little something going on, but it doesn't take over. It remains a background, but a background with some fun things going on. So we got that as a reorder. And then we had ordered some of these earlier, and Forest Glen was, I don't know, this color was just hanging out somewhere else, so it finally arrived at our door to join its little buddies. So this is a batik, and it's
Water.
you know, it looks like water, even though the line is called Forest Glen. So it's you know, blues and greens, and just would make a lovely water, or just, it's just those nice calming colors. Very pretty. So that's a batik from Robert Kaufman. And then we also got some from Island Batik. We got strips called Butterfly Blooms and the 10-inch squares that go with it. Now we are getting fabric to go along with this. However, the fabric is not scheduled to ship until September. So I don't know. It's just kind of crazy how things are happening. But we do have these, and of course, you know, they're beautiful batiks, so we have other batiks that would work along with these if you have something in mind. So we got Butterfly Blooms, and then we also got Floral Wonders. So again, both the 2.5-inch strips and the 10-inch squares. So both of those are from Island Batik, and clearly they're batiks. So we have those, and they would make, they're both, this one especially is very bright and summery looking. Really, they both are. Okay, so that's the regular fabric. Then we're going to go on to Christmas. So first, let's go ahead and show, we got another pattern. It's called Kris Kringle, and I guess it only makes one size. I was looking to see if it makes a different size, but anyway, it just looks, you know, really you could just do a row if you want to do a table runner. And the pink background is not my favorite, but you could do it however you want. So anyway, a new pattern called Kris Kringle.
Whoops, 10-inch squares.
And yes, it does use 10-inch squares, but again, you know, you could use scraps or whatever you wanted. Surely you have some Christmas fabric hanging around that hasn't found a home yet. Well, maybe it will find a home in these little hats. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the Christmas fabric. So from Robert Kaufman, they always have several more traditional patterns with the metallics in them. And this one, and they usually all coordinate with the previous years and with this year's. So holiday charms. So this one is kind of a cream background, and it's got all the ornaments on it. So, and this has gold metallic, but it's not horribly gold. And then the poinsettias, and they're the smaller ones. And then we got 2 stripes to go along with them, the red and the green. And I noticed when I was doing these that if you look at the back side, if you don't want metallic and you have something else that it will go with, you actually could use the back side. You can't always use the back side of every fabric, but this particular one you would get more of a pink with that red, and then you get a much lighter green with the green. So it's always, you know, it's always fun to check the back of fabric, because sometimes it's usable and gives a whole different look. But anyway, this is called Holiday Charms, and it's from Robert Kaufman, and it's $13.45 a yard. So anything with metallic is always a little more. And then we have Holiday Flourish, which you can mix these, not the blue, not the blue and silver. So blue and silver, and we have some blue and silver, and with white and silver from previous years, or well, really just from last year here as well. So a lot of times the blue and gray and silver, they all look lovely together, and some people prefer to decorate in that color rather than the traditional. So the Holiday Flourish, this has the snowflakes on it, and then the scroll. Okay, so that's
Aileen from Australia.
Oh, Aileen.
She's the one whose sons.
Yes, we remember Aileen. Her sons came here and got her some things. And just a lovely sons, and I'm sure she's a lovely woman herself, because she raised some great sons. Okay, so here we have Holiday Flourish, and you know, again, this one is gold and with the traditional colors. So you can see that it works well with the holiday charms as well. So you can mix and match these. It will also work with previous years, so if you still have some left from previous years, they always work together. So we have the scroll, the red with the gold scroll, and then we have the multicolor scroll. This is always, they always do something like this, and it's always very popular. It makes a great background with some of these strong greens and reds. And then we have the larger poinsettias, so the white poinsettias on the red background with the green leaves. And so it's all got gold metallic. And then you have the gold scroll on the cream background. Again, very elegant, looks, you know, very traditional and elegant looking. And then you have the holly leaves with the little holly berries peeking out. So all very, you know, this is all very traditional Christmas fabric. And like I said, it will always work with their previous years. I think they're on Holiday Flourish 14. And so there were 13 before this that this would work with. So if you've been saving up some of your things, waiting for the perfect thing to go with them, perhaps one of these would complete your collection. Okay, and then for the more fun Christmas, we have Merry and Bright from Me and My Sister Designs from Moda Fabrics. And we had previously gotten, they never come together, the fat quarter stack and the 5-inch charms. And so now we have yardage. So we have the little snowmen. They're so cute. Snow women and children, I don't know, snow people. Okay, and then we have some of the green holly and Christmas trees. Oh, I guess they are Christmas trees. They look like holly, but it's Christmas trees shaped, well, how clever. And then we have, of course, a dot, because we love dots, so it's a white on white dot. And then we have little wreaths made out of the holly leaves. Very pretty and bright, and a stripe, because the stripes work so well, and this is a stripe on the diagonal. They work so well as bindings. They're just fun. So it makes makes for a fun quilt. So that's Marion Bright from Me and My Sister Designs for Moda Fabrics. Okay, so that is all of our fabric that came in this week, or since our last live. So are there any questions, any comments out there?
Eileen says they love their visits to our shop and because we didn't think that they were odd.
No, we never think. We love when men come in and make purchases for their mothers, their wives, and sometimes they're doing it for themselves because there are men, of course, who quilt as well. So yes, we love it, and someday I'll get to Australia. In my dreams, I don't know. Anyway, so hello to everybody out there, and we thank you for watching us and helping to support our shop, and we will see you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.